everyone. Welcome to our business update. We are so glad to see you here today. Some of you guys might have seen I posted on Instagram last week that we are celebrating 10 years with Jack. That is me and Jack in Rwanda. And it was just 10 years ago that we got to fly to Rwanda and become a family. And that was a dream that had really been in the works for a couple of years. Joe and I had wanted to grow our family through adoption. And we had started on that journey and we had our little plan. And our plan was we had a little bit of a nest egg. That's what we were going to use to fund the attorney, all the international flights, all of the paperwork, everything that we needed. We felt all safe and secure with our little nest egg. And we began that adoption process and we started to spend the money and get all the right paperwork and go and make all of the right collection, all the right connections. And then about halfway through the process, the housing market went up in flames. And Joe and I were both working in the housing market. And suddenly that money that we were using to fund that adoption, we were using to pay for groceries. And that was a breakdown. It was a breakdown. But if it wouldn't have been for that breakdown, we wouldn't have led to the breakthrough. And what was the breakthrough? The breakthrough is why you're on this call right now. The breakthrough was Noonday Collection. And I know that many of us are facing breakdowns right now. You're facing maybe a breakdown in your family. Maybe you're facing a breakdown with your kids, maybe a breakdown with your parents. Maybe it's a breakdown with your full-time job that you have. And maybe it's with your noonday business. Maybe you're facing this breakdown where you have dreams, you have big vision. In fact, if you were to look back to the certain time where you signed up to be an ambassador, or maybe even back in July when you're like, August, when that new line launches, it's going to be amazing and we're going to do it. And we all started, and then the Delta hit. And then this light that we thought was at the end of the tunnel, which was summer of 2021, ended up not being the breakthrough that we thought. In fact, it ended up being a breakdown. But it's in the breakdown, it's in the squeezing, it's in the crushing that we can learn to do something different, that we can learn to look out and see the opportunity that we have to grow in a different way. And so I just wanted to share with you guys an email from Tara Project. That's one of our partners in India, where they are talking about how the breakdown of COVID has impacted them and their thanks to Noonday. Moon writes, "It's difficult to believe that we have gone through such difficult times. The pandemic has affected all of us. It was the poorest who suffered the most. The lockdowns crippled lives and have taken countless jobs and shelters. In such times, with our resilience and endurance, we survived together. We're highly thankful to Noonday for helping the artisans from Tara as well as your other partners. Your team and the ambassador friends' hard work and marketing efforts, design development support, and the valuable work provided have tremendously helped us to keep on going. There were times, especially during these recent lockdowns, we felt miserable and hopeless. Your solidarity interventions in that period gave us strength and confidence. We experienced fair trade in action. May the Noonday, its team, and the ambassador friends be happy, healthy, and full of energy. Thank you for your valuable contribution, providing valuable work, food, and health support to the artisans. We are thankful to the Almighty that Noonday is the part of our artisan lives." And we're happy to inform you that Tara Project has been selected to win an award called Overcoming Obstacles. It's a recognition given for our COVID emergency relief actions for the artisans and other vulnerable in the communities. And they say, "On our side, we assure you of our best efforts to improve the efficiency, product development, and making efforts to overcome other challenges faced. Thanks and salutations to the Noonday family for all the efforts to build a flourishing world." We also are highly thankful to Noonday Collection for the Noonday Impact Give Back for India. Your valuable contribution of $5,000 is going to help many artisans and others in the community. Thank you for your continuous support and your cooperation. So India has been in a breakdown and we have been their breakthrough. I just want you to imagine that, because so many of us every day we wake up, we're like, oh my God, another Monday. Here we go again. Does my work matter? Does my presence matter? Does what I do matter? And I just want you to know that you do matter, because in the middle of even our own breakdown at Noonday, we are still able to be the breakthrough in these countries that are more vulnerable than ours and much more vulnerable than the breakdowns that we are having. I wanted to share that we were able to give almost $8,000 to the Haiti impact when they had their were devastated by hurricanes. And I just wanted you to, oftentimes we give these sums of money and we say we were able to do this and we were able to do that, and we give kind of the money amount and maybe the project. But I just wanted to take a moment to read the names of the people that are going to receive grants that are going to help rebuild their homes. I do not speak Haitian, and I don't speak Creole, and I don't speak French. So I'm going to butcher these names, but I just wanted you to take a moment to realize that you matter. Your presence matters. Your ask matters. You're selling, maybe you sold less earrings than you wanted, but what you did sell, they absolutely matter. And then I'm going to circle back at the end and I'm going to share more news from Jalia. So just listen to me as I read these names. Sinan Masson Dicolon, Marie Alia Gednes, Verdu Jean Gary, Joseva Ores Bourdet, Nerson Alfred Baudrin, Castile Mardi Lazille, Lulus Clerville Jeremy, Antoine Aristide Canperin, Marie Alia, Francisca Charisi Chanbelen, Charles Amu Manish, Janith Saint Alberto Abrico, Livingston Carnison, Grand Juive, Louis-Jean Josue, Jeremy Manier, Mackinson Dorsey, Tigove Fractire, Raymond Rivage, Marie Gourda, Jordan Bonban. These are people, y'all. There are people behind every single product that you are promoting right now, that you are selling. And these people matter. Our work matters. And that's why we get to do what we get to do. So just in case you needed to hear it today, you aren't invisible and your work is enough. Your effort is enough. Stay with me until the end and I'll be back with you. Now we're going to hear a few words from Travis.
Thanks, Jess. It's awesome. One of the things I love about Noonday Collection is the interdependency that we have amongst all the stakeholders. I mean, the way that this business works, it is so interdependent. In fact, there are very, very few businesses that I know of that can even come close to the interdependence that we have at Noonday. So you think about it, this home office team that's here committed to supporting the other stakeholders as we ultimately try to develop products for customers. But then it's liaising with these artisan business partners as they work with artisans in their communities. And as you, as ambassadors for Noonday, are out there liaising with your community to try working to create marketplaces for the products made for these ambassadors. And so this update that we do on a monthly basis now is really to help inform you and for us to be able to share about what's happening with all of the stakeholders and how all this interdependency is playing out. And so, needless to say, this is a year that is super challenging, right? In fact, I would say it's a year after following on a challenging year as we navigate this COVID-19 pandemic together, all that it means for us and our business as we seek to gather people together, to have this communal experience, to be able to style and storytell and to experience the products, and then these amazing stories behind the product. So I'll just first piggyback onto what Jessica was saying and let you know how thankful we are for you. I mean, everything that comes as far as creating a marketplace for artisan business partners and for artisans across the globe comes through you and your communities. And we know that it's a challenging time to make that happen. And we also have a good suspicion that if you're on this business update call, you are likely one of the ones very much engaged in your business. And so we're so thankful for that. The reality is, as we've been sharing over the last few months, is that our sales on an overall perspective are down pretty significantly from last year. We've been on a journey over the last 10 years, as Jessica was saying, with ambassadors since Jack was brought home, that has included amazing highs, like being the fastest growing business in Austin and being one of the fastest growing businesses in the entire country on the Inc. 5000. And now, as we face this pandemic together, it's a more challenging time. And so it is a time for us to reconnect with our purpose and what is really motivating us, and also recognizing that our true colors of like who we are as a company, as a people, as a community, it comes out and it's shown. That character is shown during the challenging times. And so this is one of those times, even though there's so much fun that's happening around Noonday as well. And so on the business side, I will share with you that this month so far, our number of trunk shows are down 46% from where they were last year. And our business is really driven by these trunk shows, these gatherings, these events, whether online or in person. And so because of that, sales are down about 50% relative to last year. It's very much tied to the number of trunk shows. We've had just over 300 ambassadors who have had at least one trunk show this month. Relative to last year at this time, it was over 550 ambassadors. So that gives you a frame of where we're at today as a community. I will share with you, I'll take you back to Shine earlier this year when we had 800 people together, 800 ambassadors together at that virtual Shine, and remind you what we said. It was actually the Haitian proverb that we were referencing. And in that Haitian proverb, it says, many hands make the load light. And so as we move forward, think about that. It is this community as we come together. And at the same time, there's no doubt the load is a little heavier right now as the community is smaller as we work through this challenging period. I do want to share, though, the good news is that the customers that are getting exposed to Noonday's products are still loving the products. You're going to hear some of that later in this business update. But from a numerical standpoint, from a financial standpoint, one metric that we look at is the average order value. And what's amazing is that average order value this year, it has been for the last several months even higher than previous years. And this month, it is matching what it was last year, right at $97, $98 is our average order. So congratulations to you and to those customers who are getting exposed to Noonday and our products. I will share with you, and I have shared with the Artisan Business Partners as well, one of the implications of having lower sales is that at the home office, we're also having to tighten our belt, and we're also even having to reduce our team. So we have shrunk our team size here at the home office. So over the last few weeks, we have been going through conversations of saying farewell to some really valued team members. Additionally, I'm in communication, and our whole team's in communication with Artisan Business Partners to brief them on what's happening here. And a very tangible implication of slower sales than expected right now is that our need for reorders with carryover product is going to be lower. And so we're in the process of communicating that with Artisan Business Partners. And I'll share with you one of the things that in my communication with them is it said, while we're not able to place the purchase orders, most likely, the reorders that at the scale that we have in the past, what we want to reaffirm with them is our commitment in acting with integrity, transparency, and according with our fair trade principles. And so they can count on us to communicate clearly and honestly, even in tough times. These challenging times when there's information that you really don't want to share, but we're sharing that with them so they're able to plan their business appropriately. And so this is part of the journey that we've been on with Artisan Business Partners over the last 10 years. And we're really looking, even in this challenging time, as we're all in this together, to build trust and credibility as we think about the next 10 years of Noonday Collection. So glad that you're on this call. The great news is that there's an opportunity for us to change the narrative. There's an opportunity for us to go out and offer these amazing products that we have to share. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to the product team, starting with Shiela, who's going to share about what's coming. Over to you, Shiela.
Thanks, Travis. I am happy to be here to give you a bit of an update on H&H, holiday and home. And, Jessica talked a little bit about, breakdown and breakthroughs. And we consider these two collections really breakthroughs because, there was a huge breakdown. The majority of our styles were supplied by India and Nepal. And, when we placed these orders back in April, they started to go into production. The Delta variant hit them hard. They were closed for weeks. And so it's a breakthrough, and it is amazing that we have these products here today. I know we're missing a few styles, but for the most part, we have healthy inventory. So we're going to cover holiday or home in a few minutes. But, in the past, we used to have a winter collection, a winter capsule, but it was doing so well. It was a growth business. It still is for Noonday. And so we decided to shift the strategy a little bit this year. We have two distinct collections, home and holiday. They are both beautiful. We grew style counts. And so they both need their moment. So we launch home this month to customers, and you'll hear about that in a few minutes. And we launched holiday to you, ambassadors, last week. And so, Jessica Ward has, I think you can see that on screen. But it is just a beautiful collection. And there are many reasons why I think this is the best ever. One is just that, it's beautiful. It's beautiful as always. But two, we have the most new styles in the collection in the last few years. Three, we have the strongest carryover ever that we've carried over, the lion, the llama. The strongest styles we've had for a few years are part of this collection, in addition to the beautiful new styles. And we were very strategic about the price point of this collection. They're super sharp, both in singles, sets, and everything else. So this should be a very, very attractive offering to your customers. And so before I hand it over to Kristen, these are the top 5 styles since last Thursday that from Ambassador sales. You guys are loving the vivid rainbow from India, the garland from Uganda. Of course, the paper star ornament, always Uganda products during holiday do really well. The single ornament from Peru, and of course, those beautiful birds from India. So I know we're missing a couple, but hoping to make them available to customer launch, in a couple of weeks. But before I hand it over to Kristen, I was reading some article this morning about the retail industry just having issues getting products here during the holidays. And you heard Travis talk about this. We always, we have challenges, but we also have amazing opportunities to serve our customers this holiday season. Not only do we have healthy inventories in fall, but we have healthy inventories in holiday and certainly home. Between home and holiday, we have over 30,000 units in the warehouse. And I know that we are expecting around 40,000 more units to come in the next few weeks. And so we are looking forward to getting those sales numbers for holiday in a couple of weeks. And now I am going to turn it over to Kristen, our amazing Director of Planning and Operations, to talk about home.
Thank you, Shiela. As Shiela said, my name is Kristen. I have been at Noonday for about 4 years, and I'm not typically on this update because I'm a little more comfortable behind the scenes doing formulas in Excel, but I am very excited to be here this afternoon with you guys to talk about home. So we are super excited about expanding into the home category. As Shiela mentioned, we used to have a handful of home items within the winter catalog, but we decided to split it out this year. There is just so much opportunity in the market in the home category. And so we're so excited about this strategy and all the potential it has. So far in the first 10 days after customer launch, we have sold over 1,500 units to customers. Super exciting. And so I'm going to show you, I have with me a few of our top sellers. Number 1 and 2 are these beautiful Nepal ceramic pieces, the cobalt bud vase and the slanted stone planter. Next, these adorable little push pens from Tara, who Jessica just talked about at the beginning of this call. They are also loving the rainbow trinket tray from Vietnam. So cute. And then these old favorites from last year, the Felice ring bowl and the memento frame ornament, also super strong sellers for us this year as well. And then I also want to remind you guys about our gift ready items. As we get closer to the holidays, we're really expecting the sales of these items to pick up. We have our candle in all 3 scents in this beautiful white box, super gift ready. We also have our diffuser gift set in all 3 scents. And so far, by the way, customers are loving Gather, which is our new scent this year. And then we also have our tea light gift sets. So it comes in this cute little white box, cute little tea light holder with 4 tea lights. Guys, these are such a great gift item. They're $25, which is great value for an artisan-made product. I really encourage you to encourage your customers over the next 2 months to think about these whenever they're trying to come up with, those like last minute, hard to gift people like teachers or neighbors or, like that mom at your kid's playgroup who you don't really know very well, but she's super sweet. So you kind of want to get her a little something. This is such an easy peasy gift suggestion to give your customers for all of those kind of people. So we're really excited about these gift sets as we go into the next 2 months. And then also, this would not be an update from me if I didn't mention inventory. Our top 2 ceramic pieces that I did just show you are on back order. Like Shiela was just talking about, our production team continues to work with our partners in Nepal to get more inventory here. And like she said, we have a lot of inventory on the way. So don't hesitate to sell these wondering if we're going to have enough, because we do have enough inventory to support. So with that being said, happy holiday selling. And I am going to pass off to Judy.
Thanks, Kristen. You are a natural on camera. It was so fun to see you. Thank you for that update. You've sold me on the tea light gift set for sure. Hi, everybody. I am wanting to show you, we love our products, but I wanted to remind you guys that our customers love our products too. You heard Travis talk earlier about how our average order size has remained the same, even in these tough times. So whenever we get Noonday in front of customers, they are still buying. And so I'm going to invite you to remember back to August 1st when we launched product reviews on your websites and on our public website. Wanted to let you know and remind you that our ratings, our reviews are still doing awesome. So you can see on this slide, our average product rating across all categories is 4.63. And you compare that with the industry benchmark at 4.5. That means our customers love our products. They are so happy and satisfied with what they're ordering. They obviously love the style. That's what causes them to order it. But when they receive the products, they're loving it. And we hope that that is driving customer loyalty. And when you look at, I took a screenshot of the fall page, the fall shop catalog on our website. And it made me so happy to see all of the 4.5 and higher ratings that you see across the board on our products. So if you guys have been filling out reviews for our products, thank you so much. You offer obviously a very expert analysis of the pieces. And then we love reading customer reviews from verified purchasers who are buying from you. Like this one, look at this fun one. The bracelet bar has consistently received 5-star ratings. We know you love them. Customers are loving them too. And I loved this review that I wanted to share with you. She says she got 3, obviously, with her first order, and now she wants them all because they're so easy to wear. And she was also really happy that the bracelet bar came in a Rwanda bag, which she was surprised to see. So this customer was surprised and delighted. And I just wanted to remind y'all that this is out there as a tool for you. If your customers have any questions or have any doubts about what to order, or what the quality of our products are, these reviews are out there for you guys to use as a marketing tool. So really leaned into it, and we are getting great reviews across the board. So make sure you are utilizing this. Okay, Arturo.
Hey, Judy, nice update. Love hearing about the products and the story. I mean, listen, in November 1, everything's going to be available for customers and ambassadors to really just sell all the good things that we have been working on for years. Like, it takes years to bring all these products to market, and here we are. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, supply chains are kind of backlogged. We're not. We've got product. So that's one of the exciting things too, this, like, we are ready to ship and our team's ready to ship it quickly. But Judy, back in August, we also talked about momentum, sales momentum, and get ambassadors excited, you know, and it's the likelihood to travel internationally. We're kind of watching it on a day-by-day basis as hopefully more vaccines get out and the world becomes a safer place. But we also said we're committed to domestic travel, and we talked a little bit about the mountains and a little bit about the beach. Let's tell them today what the domestic travel for 2022 is all about.
Okay, I'm excited to do that. Yeah, so we said we teased y'all with a mountain location and a beach location. So we've got something for everybody. So today I'm excited to announce that our beach option for next year, our domestic trip, we will be returning to Sarasota, Florida. We had a great time there this past summer. Jessica was there along with almost 40 ambassadors, and it was an amazing destination. There are definitely some things that we found opportunities for improvement, but we are going to go back. We loved the destination overall, and we're ready to make it an even better experience this coming year. So that's the beach destination kind of on the East Coast. If you guys saw any of the pictures and had FOMO from this past year's trip in July, don't you worry. If you guys qualify for a trip, you have the opportunity to go back. And then our mountain option is going to be kind of on the West Coast. So if you're wanting to stay in that part of the country, we are, this is really going to be fun. We're going to fly into Denver, stay one night in Denver, enjoy the city a little bit, get acclimated to the altitude. And then the following morning, we are going to drive to a place called Lost Valley Ranch. It is about a 2-hour drive from Denver, but we're all going to drive together, all of the travelers. And Lost Valley Ranch is actually a ranch resort destination owned by our very own ambassador friend, Brooke Warnock. She and her team are so excited to welcome Noonday to the ranch. And what's even better is that we are going to be the only people there. So like Brooke and her team have blocked off those 2 nights for only ambassadors to enjoy the experience. I cannot wait. We will, of course, be sharing more information like dates, travel dates, and things like that as we get closer to the end of the year. But what you guys need to focus on now is just making sure you qualify for a trip so that you have the opportunity to go with us to either of these amazing destinations.
Yeah, I love it. I'm seeing pretty positive reaction. It is a dreamy ranch for sure. And we're so excited that we get to have the place and just kind of gather there. More details will be coming, but what an inspiration. That should be a ton of fun. In that bus ride, Judy, from Denver to the ranch is about 2 hours, you said. That's so similar to like when you go from Antigua to Atlitan, or from, in Ecuador as well. And those bus rides are probably some of the best connection times too, like where you get to sit with people and just really have great conversations. So how fun is that? We get to recreate a little bit of that. Thank you, Judy. Well, as part of that, so the trips is one big component, but in 2022, the other big component that we have is Shine. Shine in Austin, Texas at the Omni. We sent an email out on Friday really declaring that the rooms are ready to be booked. And not only that, we also want to continue to encourage you to think about registering, if not take the step and register, and also book your rooms. But we also need sales momentum. I mean, the importance of every order. If there's anything that should catch fire today, is that every single order from every single ambassador has its place, an important impact place here at Noonday. So to do that, we want to celebrate that on a weekly basis. And we want to gather on every Friday, if you can join us, on a live giveaway where every single order that goes into your business, whether it's through your public website, through a trunk show, or a business gifting order, any of those orders is an entry to win. And we've got some amazing prizes. And what we want to do is celebrate ambassadors that have recently joined, so 20 and 2021. You're here. We love that you're here, and we want to continue to encourage your success, and as well as ambassadors that have joined from 2019 or prior. And we've got giveaways for each one of those segments, and that will be $25 in hotel credit. But on top of that, every single week for the next 9 weeks, we will also give away a half off registration and 1 night free to one lucky winner. This will all conclude in December with grand prizes. One grand prize is shine on the house, your hotel and your registration taken care for. And then the other is more related towards the spring season and the spring new products on the house. So in case you're working it and you're like, I don't know if I'm going to go to Shine or not, listen, go for it. We have a grand prize that's meaningful. But as you accumulate credit, you're going to see it's like, oh my gosh, I'm doing this. That's what sales momentum is all about. And that's the encouragement that we need across all of our stakeholders, is to know that together we can actually do this. And every single order takes us in that direction. And speaking of orders, this business gifting, we launched it last Tuesday. I'm happy to report we've gotten about 4 to 5 orders so far, and the average order value is at least $400 so far. And we've got one that was almost $1,000. Can you believe that, in one order from one business? So that's an additional opportunity as you're navigating trunk shows and guests. You can also navigate businesses and connect with them and get some of those orders. And those orders open up a new market, new friendships, and new relationships of those people that get Noonday, which can then become hostesses and ongoing customers. So working all those angles is super important, and just being tenacious about it and saying this week. And sometimes it just has to be like today, break it down to today. So you all matter so much. And we have such great connection in our stakeholder model. Our work really means a lot. And Jessica, you're going to connect us to an Artisan Business Partner coming up soon.
Hey guys, yeah, we're going to get the info about this, but we're going to talk with Jalia on Thursday morning. I had the chance to talk with her last week for about an hour, and I really wanted it to be a time for you all to encourage her and tell her what you are doing in your business so that she can feel that connection, and just know that, I think about it was on my way to visit Jack that I stopped by Uganda and met Jalia and Daniel for the first time. I had been purchasing from them for about a year, but had never actually met them in person. And I remember they just thought that we were going to be another flash in the pan white people that were doing some charity work. And I looked at her in the eyes and I just said, Jalia, I'm your partner. I'm your sister. We're in this together. And look, 11 years later, we are, and we're not stopping. I think about what our name means. It says, when you satisfy the needs of the oppressed, your night will become like the noonday. And there's a lot of night right now. Some in our own personal lives, in our businesses, in the world. And it is in serving, and it is in advocating, it's in selling, it's in gathering, it's in styling, that we get to become the noonday. And that is the time the sun shines the brightest, is right at the noonday. We're going to be shooting our spring lookbook this week, so stay tuned. I'll be showing you some behind the scenes on our stories. I'm styling the shoot again. This will be my 4th or 5th shoot to be the wardrobe stylist and the one that kind of merchandises everything. I've been doing that behind the scenes for the last 2 years, but this year I'm actually going to be filming some live videos from the photo shoot that are going to give you all the styling tips that you guys love and see in the lookbook, and I'm going to break this down for you. So I'm going to be merchant, wardrobing, and coming in on videos that we'll be able to launch at when we launch the new line. And then finally, y'all, Going Scared is back. I've been talking about how Going Scared is going to be coming back, and it is all about knowing yourself. So tune in for a 10-minute episode today where I just talk about how self-awareness leads to repair, the importance of feedback, and also how self-awareness leads you to own your gifts. And when you own your gifts, you leave self-doubt behind. And then Wednesday, we're going to launch it, Going Scared, with a big giveaway and with my own therapist, Kurt Thompson. So I cannot wait for you guys to tune in today's short, quick intro episode, and then come back Wednesday, spread the word. We're going to have a giveaway. We'll talk all about it. It's going to be super fun. So I'll see y'all Wednesday for for going scared. And I will see you guys Thursday morning with Julia, all the details coming on all of those things. But just remember that wherever you might be facing darkness right now, which all of us have some sort of darkness in our lives, that your light will become like the noonday as you turn your focus away from yourself and just get out there and serve. I promise. Encouraging someone else is what brings light into your life. All right, guys, thanks a lot. It's been fun today.